Hello everyone, my name is Jermaine Brewer, and in today's video we're going to cover Data Cloud. So, what is this new Data Cloud that Salesforce offers? Well, glad you asked. So, Data Cloud allows you to bring multiple data sources together. So, for example, let's just say you have data in Marketing Cloud, maybe you have some data in Salesforce, and you have some data in a S3 Amazon bucket. Well, you can bring all that data together and be able to segment and create what is called a unified profile. So, what it does is it brings in all that data under one profile for your customers. You can also connect multiple Salesforce orgs to a single data cloud instance also. So now I'll show you how to access Data Cloud and just a little navigation and talk about setup and permission sets that you will need. So here from Salesforce, you're going to click on the app launcher, which is the 9 dots in the upper left-hand corner. I have Data Cloud already here, but in your instance, you might not see it if you've just purchased it. So if you start typing in Data Cloud in the search, you go ahead and select it. And then that takes you to the home page. So Data Cloud pretty much lives right within in your Salesforce org. And then you have different objects here going across the top. So just like Salesforce, it has the look and feel of Salesforce. So to focus on some of these tabs up here, the data streams, data lake objects, and the data model is focused on data. So the data streams are the connected data sources added into your Data Cloud instance. Then you have the Data Explorer and you have the Profile Explorer. And those are data viewing tools, which allow you to view, it gives you a view into ingested data and unified profiles. Then you have identity resolutions. This is where your team creates matches and reconciliation rules to unify individual records. So you can determine how you want to match your records. Do you want to do it by first name, last name, and email, or first name, last name, phone number, things like that? Because you could have data across multiple systems that has different data, right? So in your S3 bucket, you might have Jermaine's first name and last name, but maybe you don't have a phone number. Then in Salesforce, maybe you have his first name, last name, and his phone number. So it'll allow you to combine that and say, okay, if we match by first name, last name, phone number, we're bringing in Jermaine's information and his data from other systems all together. And we know we got Jermaine because this is our match rule that we have set up. And then you can also set up some reconciliation rules, and that determines what maybe the priority that data's coming in, right? Maybe you have, again, so going back to our S3 and Sales Cloud example, like you had my first name in Sales Cloud, but you didn't have my name over in S3. So you might want to set up a rule that says use Salesforce to be the source of truth for the main data pool. Then you have calculated insights over here, and that's predefined and calculated metrics that can help marketers build segments. Then we have the gear icon. So once you go to the gear icon to set up Data Cloud, you don't go to the regular setup. You go to the Data Cloud setup. That takes you in the back end of Salesforce. If Data Cloud is not already connected and configured, there'll be some options here to configure it. It also shows you your instance that it's located. And then on the left-hand side, you got some configuration options. So let's say you wanted to configure your Salesforce CRM and add that. We select here. You see the CRM is already connected for us. It tells us the org that's connected, when it was updated, and also the status and the connector type. And let's just say you have Marketing Cloud. Click on Marketing Cloud. Here, I've already connected our Marketing Cloud instance, but you would just easily have a connect button over here, and you just pretty much put in your credentials. It was pretty easy to set up. All I really had to do was just put in my credentials of the Marketing Cloud org. And by the way, you do have to be an admin. And then it just connected here. And then I chose my setup bundles to ingest into Data Cloud, which is optional. You don't have to. And then also you have more connectors over here. So let's say you have data in other systems. So you select new, you see here we have Google Ads, you got Google Cloud Storage, Microsoft Azure, secure file transfer, so SFTP. So you have a lot of different options here with Data Cloud. And the last thing I wanted to mention also is you have different permission sets that you can assign to your users. So depending on which permission set you give them is going to determine what they can do in Data Cloud. So if you are the one doing the setup, make sure you do add the Data Cloud admin permission set to your user account. Because that kind of tripped me up initially when I was coming in here trying to access Data Cloud. I was wondering why I didn't see it in the app launcher and I didn't see Data Cloud setup in the gear icon. And that's because I hadn't assigned a permission set to myself. So don't forget that. And thanks for watching this video. I hope this was helpful.